yeah, only fight.
Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are doing an episode on what makes a great leader. And I'm really excited about this because this is really the foundation, one, to all my programs, but when people are looking to be a great leader, this is what you need. If you don't have it, then you have no path to being a great leader, okay? So today, I've got also welcome to my new YouTube studio / office. Super proud of it. I had this little neon sign made, Create Your Strength, and so perfect for today. I haven't done a Creating Strength podcast episode in a while, but this is something that it's dear to my heart because it's a foundation to my program. It's something that we're going to talk about in my leadership bootcamp. But let me know in the comments what you think. I'm super excited. I've got lighting, I've got the tech, and I feel really, really excited about it. So, all right, here we go. So truly, what makes a great leader? It's the superpower that you didn't know that you had, or maybe you don't have it. Self-awareness, okay? Self-awareness is one of those things that you can build. There's things you can do to become more self-aware. So it's not a lost cause if you don't have self-awareness. And today I'm going to give you those tips and tricks and all the things. It's going to unlock a whole new level of you, of your leadership. It is self-awareness. So I want you to think of it, it's like your internal superpower. And it's something that you need to hone in on and get better and better and better at, because self-awareness, it will unlock your strengths and weaknesses, your emotions, how you impact others. That's pretty cool, right? But why is it so important? Well, here's the deal. Self-awareness is really the foundation of emotional intelligence, which basically means that you're navigating your feelings and the feelings of others like a total pro, okay? Lao Tzu, I'm not saying that right, but he has this quote. It is wisdom to know others. It is enlightenment to know oneself, okay? So how do you unlock this superpower? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So today I am going to give you some fun and easy ways to boost your self-awareness. Tip number 1, okay? Become a superhero of self-reflection, all right? Self-reflection, big deal. Imagine yourself stepping outside of your own body and observing your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Okay, this is what stepping outside of the glass box is all about. You have to reflect on your behaviors and your actions, okay? Leadership is about creating hope, but more importantly, leadership is about your day in and day out behaviors and actions, okay? So you have to understand what you're doing and you have to be able to reflect on that. That's a big thing, and a lot of times we don't want to do it because we don't want to look at the bad stuff, but that's the key to self-awareness. Okay, tip number 2, your strengths and your weaknesses. Embrace both of them. A lot of the times we'll self-reflect, we realize we've got some weaknesses and we don't want to own it, but own them. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses, it's like having this little cheat sheet with you every day. You can leverage your actual strengths and work on growth opportunities for your weaknesses. And here's the real catch. So I said it before. A lot of us, we have weaknesses. We know that we have them, but we don't want to admit it. Especially the type of leader I call Mr. and Mrs. Ego, the one who always has to be right. Okay, so hear me. If you are looking to be a better leader, you probably already know what your strengths and weaknesses are. So power to you for being here. Tip number 3, unleash your inner detective. Figure out your values, how you live by them. When your values and your actions are aligned, you become more authentic and confident. Know your values. Tip number 4, okay? Ask more questions. Be less defensive. Let me repeat that again. Be less defensive. Instead of playing the victim, be a creator. And I talk about the drama triangle in my leadership program. So you want to ask things like, how can I do better? What can I learn from this? Okay. We don't want to point fingers at others. Figure out how you can own it. All right. Tip number 5, Journal your way to discovery. Writing down your thoughts and your feelings can truly help you identify patterns in your behavior. And I want you to think of it as a fact-finding mission, which will truly amaze yourself. That kind of goes with tip number 1 on self-reflection. Start journaling. Number 6, feedback is truly a gift. And I want you to ask your friends and your family and your colleagues, your team, other leaders for honest feedback. And you might be surprised at what you learn, all right? Number 7, feel the feels, but don't let them control you. What I want you to do is pay attention to how your emotions are treating you throughout the day, what triggers you and how you're using those emotions. Once you know your triggers, you can develop strategies to manage them and not be ruled by them. You don't want to make emotional decisions. Number 8, feel the feelings of others too, okay? Being mindful of how you impact others is a superpower in itself. And that's when we talk about emotional intelligence. Tip number 9, I want you to embrace mindfulness, meditation. Maybe yoga is your thing. Simply focusing. You guys, simply focusing on your breath helps you stay present to your thoughts and your feelings. All right. Number 10, I want you to step outside your comfort zone. Take on new challenges and experiences. They can teach you a whole lot about yourself. Run towards the fire. I often say it. If you're uncomfortable, if it scares you, you should probably do it. But I want you to remember that self-awareness, it's a journey. It's not a destination. The more you practice these tips, the more you will unlock your potential. Okay? So those are my top 10 tips to becoming a great leader. Truly, what makes a great leader is self-awareness. Because once you know what your strengths are and your weaknesses, you can work on improving them, leveraging them. But again, it's about the emotional piece, knowing how you affect other people. When a team has a leader who is self-aware, they realize pretty quickly that this person understands what their weaknesses are and they're working to fix them. And I can't tell you, there's nothing that teams and your employees will appreciate more than knowing, hey, I know I've got stuff that I need to fix and I'm working on it, okay? There's a lot of leaders, when you step into this leadership position of any sort, you get this sort of like this feeling that you should just have it figured out. Let me tell you, your team's going to know that you don't have it figured out. They are going to know that you have stuff to work on. So pretending like you have it figured out is one of the worst things that you can do. Being self-aware creates a huge foundation. I say it's a foundation to a house. It's like laying down that concrete to truly being able to work on bettering yourself as a leader. Then the emotional intelligence comes. Then you understand how you communicate and how you affect other people and the emotions that you provoke. You know, how do the people on your team like to be communicated with? So self-awareness, I could go on and on and on about this topic because it is that important. But if you're really looking to improve on self-awareness, check out my top 10 tips. Let me know in the comments if any of these helped you, if you have heard these before, or maybe there's something new in there. But that's it. My top 10 tips. What makes a great leader? It's self-awareness. This is your superpower, and you don't have to have a title or be a leader to work on your self-awareness. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning into my channel today and listening to the podcast. Let me know any other topics that you want to hear about. I specialize in transformational leadership. I didn't really do an intro at the beginning of this video, but I am Lauren Andrea Kennedy, and I am a learning leadership strategist and coach. So I specialize in customizing leadership development programs for organizations, but also individuals. And I really believe everyone has a responsibility to better themselves every day. So when I use the term leader, I'm speaking to you, even if you don't think that I am. I did a little video this morning about how my kids have made me a leader. They have given me that title just by being their mom. And so you may not want to get that promotion. You may not want that manager position, but your role in life, somewhere someone's granted you leadership. You owe it to them to be the best version of you, and you owe it to them to be self-aware. Okay? So thank you for watching. I will post all my helpful tips down below. Don't forget to subscribe. You got us moms out there trying to grow their YouTube channels, their reach, help more people. And I am just getting started. So please comment, please subscribe. And until next time, keep creating your strength.